Welcome to the Effects Loop. I'm Diaz,
I'm Chris.
I'm Scott.
and we're keeping you in the loop of the guitar community. This episode is brought to you by Stringjoy, makers of string and joy. Sound better, play butter. Go to stringjoy.com and buy some stuff. You know, they sell strings and other miscellaneous tools that you can use in your guitar life. But their strings are fantastic. I would say that I need to go buy strings, but I do that every episode. So,
Have you really not done that?
dude, I really haven't. Like, I haven't been playing guitar much lately. So.
See, I've now gotten, since we have that great relationship with them, I've gotten in the habit of buying like 12 sets at a time.
Yeah.
And so it gets me actually to change my strings more often too, because it's just like, well, I got tons left.
You're like, well, I've got them.
Yeah.
Or what you could do is you could just keep the same strings on your guitar forever. So whenever you sell it, you can be like, it's still got the original strings on it.
Rest and all.
Yeah. Comes with a free tetanus shot. But you don't need a tetanus shot if you've got Stringjoy strings. I mean, that sounds like, that's still a pretty decent pitch, you know.
It's like tetanus free.
Stringjoy, you don't need Stringjoy. You don't need a tetanus shot.
Wait. We're gonna make a sales pitch of anti-vaxxing for Stringjoy.
Oh gosh. No. See, at least with mine, we're just implying that other string companies will get you tetanus, but we're not saying it. If you think that, that's on you.
You know, I've heard other companies will give you tetanus. People are saying. I'm just
listen. They actually include the tetanus in the pack already. Like it's not a matter if, it's when. So because it'll take girlfriend on you. All right, Stringjoy does not endorse any of these comments made by the.
Don't you love how an audible sigh in my hand and my face in my hand is already at our sponsor spot? That's gonna be a great episode, guys.
It's gonna be fantastic, guys. All right, so what's up with everyone besides Scott's blood pressure?
Chris, please start while I collect myself again.
We're all started. This is how we start with coffee, I guess. So
well, it's all early for pretty much for
morning up.
So
yeah, morning edition. So what is new with me? Let's see. I've been out for a week because I missed last week. I think my Stringjoy strings, so since we were just doing that, they came in last week. I think I ordered them, right around Christmas, so right around the holiday. So it makes sense that it took a little while to get here. But I think that's the only new thing I really have.
I would disagree.
What else did I get that I forgot about?
The last episode you were on, you ordered something mid-episode.
What did I order? Oh yeah, the Gator case. I forgot about that. So I ordered the.
You got that?
That was only 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Gosh dang, Chris.
Yeah.
It's been a year, guys.
Yeah, it's been a whole year since I've been on.
Last year. I hate that joke so much. I used to run pizza places, and like you're open till midnight or so, but you're always there at past midnight. Like I had a store that was open till 1, and every New Year's Eve, I ordered my pizza last year, and that's whenever you just want to reach to the phone and punch someone in the face.
I'm just picturing the meme with Leonardo DiCaprio from whatever movie that is when he's making that laugh.
Oh, is that Django Unchained where he does the thing?
Yeah, it might be. Yeah, that's exactly what I was picturing when you were making that laugh.
You describe that as well as my wife describes things. No, honey, it's the movie with the guy that was in that movie that we watched at one time that we really liked. Like,
I was gonna say the guy from Titanic, but then it's like that's.
I just start picking Kevin Bacon movies because it's just easier to go with 6 Degrees of Kevin Bacon and figure out what to talk about.
So
Footloose.
Wrangling it back
in. It's
in.
Footloose.
Yeah, Footloose.
Footloose, yeah. It's always Footloose.
Case. Yeah, so we got the hanging, what was it called? The closet case or something like that.
The gator hanger.
Yeah, the gator hang.
Closet case would be a great way to describe Chris. Yeah.
Closet case.
Oh my goodness.
That's
You know,
why
I used to think we needed to drink before our good episodes, but now the answer is we need to skip our coffee and just dive right in.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
We'll start doing it. We'll just change the name to Morning Edition for and get sued by was that CBS, NPR, whoever it is.
Well, screw it. We'll do it live.
Yeah.
We'll do it live.
We'll have to come up with NPR names though. So like, was it
Ted Kaczynski. I call Ted
Clementine Hambone or something?
Hi, this is Fresh
What
Air
type
with.
of NPR are you listening to? Is there NPR After Dark with Clementine Hambone?
Now, if we're going to go NPR, we're going to have to calm it down a lot.
Yeah.
Hi, welcome to the
Sorry,
Effects Loop.
guys.
You're with Chris, Scott, and Diaz right now, and we're about to dive in some new
Oh, I'm
gear
really
news after
excited.
some
Oh,
smooth
sorry, I
chat.
got a little too excited there. I didn't mean to freak out on everybody.
Yeah, the only reason I know NPR so much is because Spotify's Daily Drive always has NPR as the very first thing it decides to make you listen to.
Yes,
Oh.
you can fall asleep at the wheel. That's not safe.
No, it's not. You throw it on, you're like, all right, I need my punk music. It's like, oh no, here's news from NPR.
Yeah, like fucking lullaby. You might as well. I mean, come on.
I grew up on NPR.
I did too.
Like, we have this
You
story
can
in my
tell
family.
I did not you can tell I did not grow up on NPR at all.
Now, you don't want
I
any of
listen
that
to
liberal
rock
media down there. You like that government?
I
That
used to
was
listen
bad.
to MJ and BJ in the morning. That
Uh,
was the good stuff.
Um,
With the
No,
Love
we-
Sponge.
we have. Is that the dude who like videotaped Hulk Hogan?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, it's Florida, dude. Anything's like able to happen down there.
No, so when we were kids, we listened to NPR in the car all the time. And so we were on this trip to Colorado, going through like the Rocky Mountains. That was like one of our big vacations when I was a kid. And you know, you go to like a park and then you hop in the car and then you drive to the next overlook or whatever. You know, like you do that kind of thing. And my parents just left NPR on, and for whatever reason, we heard their news cycle like 6 times in one day.
oh no.
And there was this story about how artificial horse insemination that they were talking about, and how they do it. And so it's a running joke in my family is like, we're going to turn on the radio and start hearing about artificial horse insemination, because every time we turned on the radio after going to the park, it was like on again.
2 things really quick, Scott.
Yep.
Number one, that's a very interesting inside joke to have with your family. It's about artificial horses. Number 2 is a question. Were either of you or your dad wearing cargo shorts?
Gosh,
I'm trying
so
to see
I
how
was like,
I'm trying to see how Caucasian this trip was. Cargo shorts and New Balance would just like take it
And
out of the
what
park.
brand of minivan were you driving in?
that was when we had a Ford Aerostar, I believe.
Okay. I think that answers your question.
Did you guys like have a TV put in?
No.
Oh no, you had NPR. Never mind. Why would you have a TV?
We had NPR, and my sister and I just bought a Game Boy, and so we were taking turns playing Super Mario on, or whatever the Mario game on the Game Boy was. So there you go. Yeah, we didn't have a TV in that thing. And we were towing a trailer, a pop-up trailer, and that was like most of my childhood vacations was camping like that.
I just
That actually
imagine
sounds
your
very
dad
fun.
smacking the trailer saying, "All right, let's roll out. Get the show on the road. Hit the dusty trail."
All the typical dad stuff.
Yeah.
My dad's not a corny dad.
That's no fun. I'm totally a corny dad.
I
My
was about
kids-
to say, it's
my
like, Diaz,
kids-
how well do you know all of these?
Oh my gosh, no. Well, I'm not the corny dad. Like, I still dress like I did like in my 20s. I mean, whatever. I don't care. I mean, I wear jeans and shirts that I got at GM.
A giant spiky necklace and 7 Dust t-shirts and frosted tips.
Yes.
That's how you're dressing still.
Listen, fuck you. I'm guilty of all those things. Like every single one, it like nailed me in high school.
Are you allowed to wear your Jankos to work?
Oh my gosh, drinking my Fago. No, I'm just kidding. I wasn't a juggalo. My friend Jay was, and he was the most annoying person ever at times. Oh my gosh.
We now expect to see this next NAM whenever we get to see each other again.
Oh my gosh, we should plan a throwback, like Thursday at NAM is Throwback Thursday, and everyone wears like 90s clothes.
Oh, we could probably actually somewhat make that happen.
We probably could. We could just get
We have
Grant.
enough.
Can we get
Yes,
fucking Grant to host it? Because like if Grant does it, everyone will do it.
Yeah.
I'd have to lose so much weight to fit into my high school clothes.
No, you buy. No,
Yeah,
that's
you
not-
buy it.
Why do you still have your high school clothes?
I don't know.
Like,
Some stuff might
I still
be
have
in
a couple
box
of
more.
shirts.
Yeah.
I have my shirt from my first band, and like that's it.
Well, there you go.
We bought like 20 shirts, spent all of our money on it, and we couldn't give them away. It was great.
Oh no.
It was horrible. Yeah.
Uh,
Oh, we sucked. It was fantastic. All right, where the hell are we in this episode?
I think
I
we're
think we
at
were-
What's New Chris.
yeah.
Oh my gosh.
So the Gator case, I think, is where we left off.
Oh my gosh, we're still on the damn.
Yeah, we're still on the case because we keep getting
Good or
going down
bad?
the rabbit hole. So far it's been pretty good. It's actually decently thick, so I wouldn't have any problem, putting a few of those in a closet. So I'm hoping whenever we move soon, like I might just buy a few more of those and maybe get rid of some hard cases. The only downside is how most soft cases have the handle on like the back of the neck, that way you can like carry it that way.
Mhm.
They're
That's
not
the
intended for that purpose.
yeah, like that's the only handle on that thing. So the only downside is that it doesn't have a actual carry handle, which would have been really nice, but it's not a complete thing that would turn me off from. I'd still take that case. Like if I was playing at church, I would still take that with me and use it.
So wait for the V2 and complain that they add that handle, which would probably add $5 to the thing, but could totally
yeah.
be done.
So Gator, if you want to add that, that would actually make this a very, very, very good case, and I would definitely rate it like 11 out of 10.
Okay.
Because they were only like what, $40?
Yeah, and they've got like 4 or 5 nylon, like the mesh pockets on the side. So it's I only have like my capo in there right now, but it's great. Like you can actually see what accessories you have in there instead of having to like rummage through a 14-inch pocket on the front of something. So yeah,
And like they can
I'm
just
enjoying
you can leave it like unzipped and just like half unzipped and just leave your guitar in there, right? It's
Mhm.
pretty stable.
Oh yeah, it's very stable, and it's got the 2 hangers on each side. So like if one just happens to actually fail, you still have a backup, and it's not just gonna fall. So
I want some.
yeah, I would definitely recommend them if you're tight on space and like want to like keep your cases. Not, I don't even know where I would keep cases here, to be honest with you. So
Sweet.
I think that's all that's new with me.
Scott, what's new?
No new gear. I tried to put together my VP Junior mod from Zeppelin over the weekend, and I was missing a part, so it's not done yet. But the guys from Zeppelin sent me one immediately, and actually they went, "Hey, by the way, you live like two miles from us. Do you want to like stop by the lab sometime?" So we're chatting with them. We'll see if we can get a interview or sort of a something set up. I think that would be cool because they're so
That would be fun.
unique, like they're not hey, we're going to build tube screamers. They're like a theremin company that started doing weird stuff.
So
So
I want a new theremin.
yeah, so it will be fun to kind of chat with them, see what they're all about.
Tell them that we'll start a theremin podcast if they'll sponsor us.
I'll throw it in on my ukulele hip hop album.
Yes.
Now I just want someone to make a theremin cover of "We Are Strong."
Dude.
That'd be sweet. Do you guys anything new with you?
I don't think so. I got the Flint. I've been trying to trade that off, which has been a like total freaking headache. I had one offer that was too good to be true, and the guy wised up and backed out. I can't blame him. And then currently I'm still waiting on this guy to respond back to me. We're supposed to meet today to get. I'm going to trade it for a Strymon dig straight across, which is moderately, if
That's an even trade.
decent trade. Yeah, pretty even trade. And I like this guy won't respond back. Like we talked on like Friday, and he's like, "Well, I'm going out of town," and he like didn't respond for the whole day, or he didn't tell me he was going out of town yet. He didn't respond for the whole day, and then like at 9:00 at night, he was like, "Oh, sorry, the day got away from me. I'm out of town. Can you meet Tuesday?" And so I messaged him this morning. I'm like, "Hey, I took the day off of work. I can meet anytime." And he I don't know if he can realize I can see that he read it, but he read it and didn't respond back. So it's not like he had a dig and I offered the flint for it. I had the flint up and he offered the dig. So like, you came to me, dude.
I feel like that's.
I just want to point out, since Diaz hasn't been single for a long time, he's just not that into you, man. Sorry.
Okay. I mean, for real though, I just celebrated my 10th anniversary yesterday.
Congrats.
Oh, dude, 10 years. I feel like maybe like someone who just got home from war and is looking back is like, I've seen some shit. Like telling someone. So yeah, marriage is war, gentlemen. I'm just kidding. Don't take marriage advice from me. But yeah, I don't think I have anything new. No. Yeah. You guys want to talk about some gear news? You want to keep people in the loop?
Nah, let's go back to family vacations and.
Yeah. I don't know about that. All right.
Maybe we all need some more coffee because it seems like we just ran out of energy all of a sudden.
Oh yeah, we're totally like the kids who are like, "Ah," and then they're like dead.
The hypo.
Right,
Coffee break.
I'm a hyperactive hypo.
One time my mom's
hyperglycemic. I'm a hypo. What is that from?
Saturday Night Live.
Was it?
Yeah, it's an old SNL skit. Nicole Kidman's in it, I think.
Oh,
wow.
Yeah, that's what the Nicole Kidman thing is. Yeah, I'm a hyperglycemic. Oh yeah, Mike Myers. That's it.
It's like one time my mom's car broke down and she gave me a Snickers bar and a can of Coke. I towed the car home 20 miles. When we got home, I was tired.
Oh my gosh, I forgot how fantastic that was. All right, speaking of fantastic,
wow, Chris, out the gate, Chris, man.
Oh, I have opinions about some of these.
I don't care. Fender amps American Ultra with Lux Telecasters and Stratocasters. Hot damn, these Fender American Ultra Lux models look fine. That's in the title of the article. All right, so it's Strats and Tellies.
Of course. Yes, Floyd's.
Floyd Roses. I don't hate it. You know what? Chris hates it.
I do hate it.
I like it. I like the silver burst. You know what? And the black headstock with the silver burst, I don't like that. I think we've talked about that before. I think that the burst should be done on the headstock as well.
Yeah. So, for me, like I love the new. I don't know if some of these are new finishes, but like at least the new layout for the finishes, like with the matching headstock, like that's all.
Great.
Yeah, like that's really, really nice. Like the surf green with it looks like it has some kind of binding on it. Like that looks really good. But then we get down to the Telecaster with a Floyd Rose, and it is the ugliest thing. And we were talking about this pre-ep of like, yeah. Go ahead.
You know what I hate about it? Honestly, the weird thing, the humbuckers.
Yeah, because they're definitely not wide range.
No, they're custom double tap humbucking pickups.
All right, honestly though, here's the thing. I think this guitar would look better without a black pickguard. I think the black pickguard,
with what
anything but maybe a tort, yes.
Tort or white.
Yeah. Tort or white, like an aged white, a cream maybe. Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah. Oh, you had me anodized.
I mean, so let's walk through it because it is such a depart from basically everything. Because I don't really see a precedent for this because you have the Floyd Rose locking nut, It's an all black body, all black headstock. You have the traditional Telecaster plate. You don't have the custom layout with the 4 knobs.
Yeah.
It's a 2-knob, 3-switch, and then you have 2 wide range humbucker cases, but it's the double tap humbucking pickup instead of the wide range. Which they just came out like their new. They came out with a Cunify wide range, and it really hasn't. Like, why is it not in this series? Because like they just had them come out finally after announcing them last year. But yeah. Fender's Ultra Series is always the most divisive of their standard stuff. I mean, the parallel universe stuff aside, that was a fun run, but Ultra is always where they try new stuff that are like super or like modern things, and we always kind of go, ugh.
Yeah. Well, I like it may just be a thing for me, but like I like the Floyd on a Strat. Like I've had that before. It's just on a Tele body it looks bad, but everything else in this line, like it looks really good.
But Teles are metal again, so you need that.
Yeah, I think that's what we were talking about in the pre-ep before you were able to get back on. Is like if it was like a John 5 or a Jim Root layout, like that would make a little more sense. But this is like everything else looks classic, and then you have the Floyd Rose on there.
So if this had active pickups, it would make more sense.
I think so. To me, at least, like I love everything about this. It's just once I get down to like the bridge and nut, it's like. Like I would buy this in a heartbeat with just a standard bridge.
Is there anything unique about the new Ultra Strat? D profile neck.
Ugly ass zebra pickup.
What?
Yeah, that's weird. It's
zebra.
weird. It's not ugly.
Yeah.
Wait, I don't think we can legally call it that because DiMarzio has the trademark on that.
I thought that was white that DiMarzio has the rights to.
I thought it was the zebra. Off to Google.
Yeah. I don't have much left anymore. I'm kind of like tired of looking at these.
Okay.
Because they're just not for me. They're not.
Oh, it is the double cream.
Yeah, the Super Distortion is the double cream, right? Like that's the signature one.
I think so.
Yeah. All right, let's move into something a little more affordable, shall we?
Yes.
So Fender has revamped the Squier Contemporary series with a few new upgrades. In this line, we now have a Squier Contemporary Strat HH roasted. We have the Telecaster RH. We have the Strat Special HT. We have a Strat Special roast. Man, we got some weird ones in here. And then we have the Jaguar HH ST. So let's start with the Strat HH FR roasted.
Oh my goodness.
Chris, how you feeling?
I'm okay with this. Like Strats, like actually, this shell pink looks really, really good. I don't know what I would do with it if I had one. You know, like the Joker said in Batman, it's like a dog chasing a car. I wouldn't know what to do with it, but it looks really good. Like I feel like I would buy this and just have it on the wall.
There's this nice kind of like hue because they're pearlescent paints.
Yes,
so it's a little different.
That's something I was going to mention. Like some of the new finishes, like these look really, really good. But we can get to that when we actually get to one that has what I like.
They almost start looking like other brands.
Yes, especially the Telly when we get down to that.
Yeah, they start looking like Chapman's. So you got a Floyd Rose on that. Is it a real Floyd?
What does it say?
It's probably a licensed, right? It just says Floyd Rose locking trim system.
It doesn't. Who mostly developed the Floyd Rose? Like what brand?
Floyd Rose.
They've always been independent.
Independent. Okay.
Yeah. He always I mean, he owned Floyd Rose, and then he licensed his stuff out or made it and put it on there.
Yeah.
Got you. Okay, so yeah. Probably.
It's probably licensed.
Yeah, especially since it's a Squire.
Yeah.
You know what's interesting is like how much we're starting to see Squire and Fender move into HH guitars again.
Well, I believe that it's probably a real Floyd Rose because it says it's a Floyd Rose locking trim system. I would assume that it would be a real Floyd Rose.
I would just assume at this price point that it would have to be a licensed Floyd Rose,
unless Floyd
not
Rose
like an American
cheaper.
One. Yeah,
I mean,
or they just stopped doing that differentiation. Like like Bigsby, they don't have Bigsby licensed anymore. They just have a different model number for their...
Oh, this is true.
Yeah, that might be it too.
Yeah,
because they've been doing so much Floyd Rose stuff with Fender, they might have gotten that. They've gotten a little serious about things.
I guess you could say things are getting pretty serious.
Yeah.
Sort by new arrivals.
All right, I'll ask the question again. Fender seems to keep adding all this HH stuff. Do you think that is kind of a result of like Gibson's having kind of like people don't want to be associated with the brand, but they want that sound now?
No, I think the big thing with the Floyd Rose on Fender stuff is that that fad of Floyd Rose on stuff is coming back around to some people.
But it's been coming around for a while now.
Yeah, because that sound and style is coming back.
Well, you've had so much Charvel resurgence. Right. You've had, all the other brands. Is it just they're mainstreaming it by throwing it on the Squire and the Fender stuff?
I was actually about to ask that. Like, doesn't Fender own Charvel, or they just... Yeah. So okay. So yeah, I feel like that could be a decent move, is making it mainstream by like bringing it to your... I hate to kind of say main brand, but I mean that's kind of what this is.
Yeah,
it's Fender, like bring it
their main brand. I mean,
yeah, it's like bring it up to that, and then you'll get people that in the gear world that are like, oh, I only play Fenders, or like I only play Fender and Squire because they're the sound. Like anything else is just a ripoff. Like even if they own Charvel, they might be like, oh, this is going to be head over heels better because it's Fender or Squire.
Yeah, I mean the other fun part is they brought it out on the Ultra, like we just talked about.
Mm-hmm.
So you have your flagship model, right? Like this is the ultimate, and now this is your affordable line. Is the Squire Contemporary is not a beginner's guitar, right? It's the second tier up, but it's good enough that most people will play with it. But it's also that like, hey, I just want to try it, and I can impulse spend on it, or I can trade some gear and get it, kind of price point. So it's interesting to do it simultaneously. Whereas in the past, Fender has done like with the offset Telecaster or the those kind of things where it's like we're going to come out with the high end model and then we're going to slowly let it sink down over the next year or two down to our lower ranges.
Yeah, I feel like this might be a better move though, because like there's a lot of the times you're like, oh, that's really cool. I wish there was like a lower model of that, and then like a year passes and you're like, oh, I'm kind of over the potential impulse buy if there was a lower.
Or moreover, you do the impulse buy, you like it so much, and then you go to the premium model.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so if we're about to move on from this, I pulled up the Fender website, and all it says is just Floyd Rose by Floyd Rose. So I'm assuming it is a legit one.
All right, let's keep moving down the range. You also have the Contemporary Telecaster, which you now have a rail humbucking pickup in that, in the bridge position, and you have the atomic humbucker in the neck. String through body, roasted maple neck, sculpted neck heel, painted headstocks.
Yeah, I don't fully hate this. It just looks weird.
It looks like Chapman.
Like Chapman, or like we were saying, like I think the Charvel Tellys kind of looked like this.
Yeah,
it's a matte. I think this is a matte finish. It says metallic, but it doesn't look very shiny.
Yeah, I mean, because metallic is a matte with flake in it usually, and this doesn't feel like it's a bowling ball,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we need to get you guys some
I mean,
metal.
Historically, some of the contemporary stuff has had active pickups, so it's a little interesting to see passive pickups in this arrangement. But
these are probably super hot, though, if I have to imagine, just based on the name.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of these are having this atomic humbucker in it, so could be a pretty intense thing.
That's what I mean.
What else we got? We got the contemporary Stratocaster HT, which
All right, let's get off the contemporary. Let's get moving. I'm bored.
you're bored. You don't want to talk
Yes.
about this weird pickup that's in this HT?
We can talk about it if you want to.
Oh, is this one single pickup?
It's an angled humbucker where it's got a weird spacing on it.
It looks like two singles. I mean,
Yeah.
it is two singles.
That's
There's
what I was
enough of space in between where there's actual pick guard there.
Squire. Interest. Wow. Okay. Wait, it says it's all single coil pickups.
Yeah.
So are they trying to like make a faux humbucker out of this?
Sorry. I don't know. I don't know.
Okay, well, while we're down here, they have a new Skyburst metallic finish. That's what I really, really love about these in the Jaguar.
That looks ugly. That looks cheap. That looks like something that someone did in someone's garage when they were drunk and said, "I don't need to pay someone to do this. I can fucking do it myself."
I like
That's
the
what that
Shoreline
looks like.
Gold a lot, though.
Yeah,
I
it's
didn't
pretty.
this.
And
Sorry,
also
Chris,
the-
to, like totally crap on that.
The Skyburst
That's exactly
metallic
what
on the
it-
Strat actually, I think, looks better than it does on the Jaguar.
They're both ugly. The Jaguar looks more green.
Yeah, I was gonna say it looks definitely more green. So
All right.
okay, moving on.
Oh, more Fender shit.
But this is their P90 series. I mean, what do they call it? Noventa series.
Yeah.
So
November.
we already talked about the Ultra, so we can skip down. What the hell? This article's weird.
Yeah, it is very weird.
Ooh, that bourbon burst telly is beautiful. 7th
Ooh.
diamond anniversary.
So we got Noventas that add P90s to everything.
Yeah.
Which includes a single
Basically.
P90 Esquire.
I want it. I also want the Strat.
The Telecaster like control plate that's cut on that Esquire is actually a pretty cool little thing. I haven't seen that before.
I think that's supposed to be like the 51, I think is what they call it. Is an older Squire model.
Is that the one that Ryan went to someone's house and was like, he ended up being on the show or something like early on in 60 Cycle Hum?
It might have been, yeah. It was like the predecessor to the Pawn Shop series.
Yeah, that's it. It said
Yeah.
it's a really big modified platform.
Mm-hmm.
Neat. Also, the 68 series of 68 modified amp line is now has a Pro Reverb and a
Vibrachamp.
Vibrachamp.
Digital Hall Reverb.
I mean,
Why
normally,
didn't they do analog hall reverb? Why didn't they put a hall in there?
well, champs don't have reverb in them, right?
I don't know.
Because they're so small, you can't really put a reverb tank in them.
I think that might be accurate.
So, I don't know. People might cry sacrilege at that, but at $750 used market, that will sit probably around 450, 500. So those will be fun to pick up in a few years.
Yeah. Cool.
All right, speaking about another Fender brand. God bless. All right, Gretsch Vintage Select 89 Jet, inspired by a Chris Cornell favorite. So it's the Black Hole Sun guitar.
Cool.
So, yeah, a silver Jet Gretsch. Get the fuck out of here.
It also comes in Gold Sparkle.
Gold Sparkle looks better.
Yeah, it almost looks orange, to be honest with you, in this photo.
That's probably why I like it, because I'm conditioned to like orange Gretches.
Yes.
Why?
It seems
the look.
Yeah.
Brian
Like when I think of a Gretsch, I picture like an orange a hollow body.
So he played a gold Gretsch in the Black Hole Sun music video.
Yeah, that orange one's supposed to be gold. It's a gold sparkle over an orange base, I think.
Okay. I don't get why they're calling it the Black Hole Sun one and it looks nothing like the damn one from the music video.
Got to get that money.
Oh yeah, he passed away. Let's capitalize. I feel like I could just riot right now.
You're jumping the gun on another.
Yeah, speaking of which, do you want to go out of order?
Yeah, dude. Should we go out of order on this real quick?
All right. No, let's just keep moving on to more Fender stuff. Did Fender think that NAMM happened this week?
I think so.
NAMM did start this week.
Oh, okay. Digital NAMM.
Digital NAMM started this week, so they had a few. They're doing online events and things that you can watch.
Well, at least now, whenever I'm not wearing pants, I don't get in trouble. Unlike the last NAMM.
Yeah, Fender's not going to throw you out of the booth this time.
Yeah. Mm. All right. So Fender Parallel Universe Volume 2 unleashes the Strat Jazz Deluxe. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't hate it.
I don't hate this either. I thought I would, but...
It reminds me of the Squier Bass 6.
Oh, that's a good... Oh, yes.
That's exactly what it... I mean, not exactly, but that's pretty much what it looks like.
Yeah, so...
I still want a Jazzmaster vibrato on this instead of a Strat vibrato.
Nah, I want the 2-point trim.
I mean, it would be easier to set up with a Strat vibrato.
Yeah.
Oh,
this actually has a all rosewood neck with the block inlays, which is what's really turned me on to this one.
Yeah, the rosewood combined with this green and gold really works.
How much is this? I'm scared to ask.
It's going to be
2,000 euros. Yeah.
Oof. Yeah, it's $3,000 probably.
Okay, so cool.
But,
Fender.
Here's the other thing: is they're going to all sell. If they're doing a limited production run, they're probably all accounted for already, and
probably.
But
just don't let Sweetwater be in charge of shipping them around.
Woof.
Sorry, Sweetwater.
We love you, Sweetwater.
Yeah. So when Tom Kelly buys 6 of these, we'll try to hit him up.
And then 12 cases. He has more cases than he has the guitar.
True.
Yep.
All right, so all right, we're gonna go to
now rant time.
Yes. All right. So EVH, the company, not Eddie Van Halen, because he passed away, takes the legacy into 2021 with a 5150 overhaul and new Wolfgang models. Okay, so no. Fucking stop. This is shitting on his memory. I mean, Grant, he might have started doing this, but fucking no. Okay, number one, if the man passes away, don't put out new shit that he never even freaking played or anything like that, and just using the brand name. The whole point of the brand is it's stuff Eddie Van Halen played. That's the Eddie Van Halen brand. So the fact that at one point he played his Kramer that had a banana headstock and is a super strat body, which the Frankenstein is a super strat body. Okay, that's cool. But he that's the fucking one. It was the Frankenstrat. And then he moved on to the Wolfgangs, which is made by PV and then EVH. And that's what he played. He didn't play this shit that is sitting in front of me. He did not play a hot pink Kramer copy that has just because you put a fucking kill switch on it and a vibrato and a Floyd Rose style trim with a D-tuna on it does not mean that it's Eddie Van Halen. This is ridiculous. I don't care how other Eddie Van Halen fans feel, because I'm not a super fan of Eddie Van Halen, but I am a person who believes that he was a legend and his memory shouldn't be sullied like this. It's a great price point on all of these, and in my opinion, because of the great price point, it's a fucking money grab.
It is nice that a nice price point is coming in because everything sold out when he died.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it does seem, I don't know.
It's a money grab. Sorry.
Yeah.
I mean, EVH still is his family or his estate, right?
it probably is still ran by his estate or something along the lines of that. They probably have to get some sort of approval from the estate. And as much as his family loves Eddie, loved Eddie, I assume that they probably wouldn't just sign off on fucking anything. So this might have been stuff that was like in the works already or something. But like Eddie Van Halen, I've never seen him play a fucking spalted top.
When did Eddie die?
Mid 2020. I think.
Yeah, a lot of this could have been in the works. Or, I mean, they're just like, hey, here's a new finish option. Like, spalted tops, that's just a laminate.
Yeah, early October.
So, yeah. That timetable can work.
I mean, it could have been in the works, but I'm sorry. Like, I think the only one out of all of these that I feel like would stick with the brand is the flat black. The stealth, because he did do a lot of stealth guitars and that's something he liked. But yeah, I'm just not a fan, not happy with it. The Pelham blue looking one, whatever that color is considered, ice blue metallic, yeah, I could see that too because they had a Wolfgang in that color. But yeah, this other stuff, I think it's kind of like whenever all the Dimebag guitars came out after Dimebag died. Or
Has
that's
that
even
stopped
like,
yet?
I think they're still making it. I think
They are. That's yeah.
I mean, and the thing with the Randy Rhoads guitar, that's an interesting story since like he was developing it, but like it wasn't like made and all that. But like, at that point, Randy Rhoads didn't have like a legacy guitar. You know what I mean? I mean, he had the polka dot Flying V, but like, and I know he played a Gibson Les Paul, he played a Strat and all this, but like, yeah, I mean, they made his legacy guitar, which is cool. And it's a really cool guitar and it's totally different. This seems like, it's like, we all know Eddie's legacy guitars. These are not them.
Mm-hmm.
All right, that was my rant.
All right, shall we move on to some stuff that I think some of us might actually want to buy?
Yeah,
sure.
So Gretsch reveals that its new lineup of guitar for all budgets in its 2021 lineup, including some new stuff to the Streamliner collection. Chris is reacting.
Yeah, I have opinions.
I have opinions on it too right now.
So we've got some P90 and Bigsby options in here in the Streamliner. We've also got some stop tail bar with P90 options. Man, this is the year of the P90, isn't it?
Yeah, especially from the Fender brands.
Yeah. Good to see.
Have we only talked about Fender brands? Did we get out? No. Yes.
Yeah,
yes,
we have not.
only talked about...
Well, isn't EVH part of Fender?
I was actually going to ask that. Yeah.
Yes, it is. No, that's why I was like, we have not.
And we still have one more. Two more.
Yeah.
We have two more in the Fender family.
So yeah, Fender did think this week was NAMM for sure. So my opinions on these, the Streamliner collection with their P90s, I think some of these are kind of new finishes, so I don't know what colors these are, but they have like a new blue and some new sunburst finishes. Like they all look decent, but they have these silver bar P90 pickup. I don't even know, like the bar. Yeah,
the chrome covers.
Yes, the chrome covers on top of these. Like I would have rather either had a black P90 or a cream P90 in there, like something else other than this ugly P90 that just looks really. The inlays are okay. What are they? Like ovals?
Little squares. They look like little squares. They're little. Are there ovals? Yeah, they're little dots. Like oval.
This is all totally fine for me, guys. I don't know what you're getting all mad about.
This is ugly as shit. I don't like any of it.
I think they look fine. I think cream pickup covers would look great too, but
yeah, I think that would make it look a little better.
The chrome all kind of merges just fine. So
yeah, I could probably get over the like bar magnet if it was like a normal cream color, but it just they stand out.
Well,
so bad.
Also
They
remember,
look cheap as shit.
if it's a real metallic pickup cover on a P90, that can change the sound of the pickup, so that might be a desirable effect.
Might be
Sure.
a P92. It went up 2.
That would
All
be
right,
the
yeah,
stack
no,
version.
they all look ugly though. That's the problem.
Yeah.
They all look ugly. They're not aesthetically pleasing to me at all.
Yeah.
Shame on
So
But at
if
600
we go,
bucks,
is that it's still Streamliner, I think, price range, right?
and then you have bound neck, you have a Bigsby, you've got it's a pinned bridge, so you don't have to deal with that garbage.
Yeah. So, like, I like the finishes. I like all the other aesthetics. It's just this pickup. So
A
I'd
pickup
probably end up
cover, which you can
swapping it.
replace for $20.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's an easy fix. Just though putting it out like this is, to me.
I will say good on Gretsch for not putting Electromatic down the fucking headstock, looking ugly as crap anymore.
Yeah, I actually really like the Electromatic series that they've put out in this article. So if we want to move on to that,
Go for it.
God,
sure. So I think some of these are new finishes for this year. Also, they got a nice new blue, a cream, and I don't think they've done a Fiesta red. They have like
Fiesta forever.
um,
Sorry, that's a pre-app throwback.
Yep. So these actually look really nice. I think they're still I want to call them faux TV Jones. Yeah, blacktop Filtertron.
They should come up with like a weird, like a broke TV Jones sounding name. Like, I don't know, RCA Smith. Sorry.
Filtertron is not good enough.
Yeah, it's not. No, it sounds like you're still trying too hard.
Are you in a can? Are you the lead singer for Arctic
No,
Monkeys?
I think he took the awful straw off of his water bottle, and now we're hearing the echo.
Yeah.
That's exactly what happened as I'm about to choke over here.
Yeah, but for real though, can you explain to me, number one, why do people like Arctic Monkeys? Number two, why does the lead singer sound like he's in a can all the time?
It's a
First off,
stylistic
Arctic
choice.
Monkeys are awesome, so you shut your
Yeah, I don't know
hole.
about that. My oldest son wanted me to listen to them, and he's just like, they're so amazing. And I was just like,
They changed a bit. Like, remember when
he played me a bunch of songs and it didn't do anything for me. I've been listening, a band you should check out, Scary Pockets.
Scary Pocket. What?
Yeah, they're a funk band that does a whole bunch of covers. They're absolutely phenomenal. The guy who created Patreon, or like one of the guys, he's in the band.
Huh.
My friend Andrew got me onto them.
Isn't the Patreon guy the guy behind Pomplamoose?
I don't know. Possibly. Maybe there's more than one Patreon guy.
Probably.
Speaking of Patreon, go to patreon.com/GFX. So give us money. All right, let's keep moving.
So new finishes in the Electromatic. You got rid of the ugly logo on the headstock, so it looks a little more vintage and authentic.
Yes.
At the premium end, you got a Koa Penguin.
Oh, that Koa Penguin is hot.
I've been kind of out of love with Koa for like ever since maybe like middle school, high school, but like this kind of really changed my opinion. I really like this.
There's a Falcon with a two-tone copper/Sahara metallic finish.
Sahara metallic.
You got a Rosewood Tenny model. That's rosewood top, back, and sides. Man, that is a lot of rosewood.
It's like the FU to the like we're not allowed to ship rosewood anymore. And they're like, hold my beer.
Yeah, again, is it just me, or is rosewood more prominent now in guitar markets than it was before the whole rosewood restrictions?
I think it is because after that, Fender did the is it the John Lennon or is it somebody else who had the
Harrison.
rose? Yeah, the George Harrison Telly, that was all rosewood. So, and they've been doing like solid rosewood necks.
I actually
since
wonder,
then.
has it actually allowed the rosewood market to be more available for guitar makers? Now that's not being used in furniture and stuff.
Yeah.
Some vintage select models. Expensive Gretches. Shall we move on?
Yes.
All right.
One more Fender brand.
Jackson gets heavy with the MJ series Rhodes, Dinky, and Soloist models. New finishes?
Yeah. Japan is Japan made normal for these, or is that like this is the top tier brand? Okay.
I don't know. Ooh, we got a spalted burst top from that Dinky there for DS because he loves that look. The MJ has a sandblasted natural. You got a flat black on the Dinky. You've got, standard stuff. Floyd roses, dual humbuckers, various types of neck inlays. I'm good.
Dinky scoop.
I'm good. I just kind of look at Jackson guitars and just keep moving.
Yeah.
Pointy head sucked. I look at him if I need a weapon.
That's fair.
I'm poking someone's eye out with this thing. You might see me coming, but you ain't gonna see me leaving. All right, let's move on.
Do you see people doing the punk rocker like strap spin with these things?
Oh my god! No. There's a whole band that's just got everyone missing an eye.
It's like, what happened? Our guitarist just won't stop.
The poor Stinger's missing both of his eyes. He's completely gone. Yeah, it's absolutely wonderful. The drummer's over back here just with it behind the shield. He's like in the land of one eye. The man with two eyes rules supreme.
It's like, so when did you start using the shield? When I lost my first eye.
Okay. Well, speaking of shitty looking things, Martin introduces the
Captain
double
Planet.
OL, the Ool Earth guitar, the first acoustic to be FSC certified and plastic free. You know what? I feel like you can do a good thing and not make a shitty product doing it. That's all I'm saying.
All Martin guitars without a pick guard are plastic free, by the way.
What about the nut?
The nut's bone. The nut and saddle can be bone or tusk. So as long as you use bone for everything, or ivory.
Yeah. What about the saddle pins?
Those can be tusk or ivory or bone as well.
Are they?
For this one, at least.
All I'm saying is it's not hard to make a plastic-free acoustic guitar.
Well, yeah, but it's really hard to make a guitar this ugly. Like they tried.
The big part is the guitar's gig bag is made from hemp.
Do not smoke the gig bag, guys. Do not smoke the gig bag.
How does that go there? It's like if you ever need a hit, just rip up your gig bag a little bit.
Is this a Chris Martin thing? Oh, yeah, there it is.
Different Chris Martin.
I was about to say, is this
Chris Martin's the owner of or CEO of Martin Guitars.
What if it's different Chris Martin?
It's not. That's not the Coldplay Chris Martin.
Okay, have we ever seen them in the same room together? That's
yes.
all I'm asking. Okay, well, never mind then. But yeah, this totally looks like a Coldplay guitar. Like if Coldplay did this, I'd be like, yeah.
I could actually see this. Like I'm just picturing now a music video, and that's what's playing on the front of the guitar, which we haven't talked about yet.
Rule the world. All right, yeah, no, there's the sun coming out from behind the earth, and it's painted on the front. It looks, the artwork looks impressive, but it's definitely not something that needs to be on a guitar.
Yeah, it's thankfully it's not cheesy artwork, and it actually looks good, but it's
too good.
Yeah, it's almost. Well, this is how much is this? $2,200 guitar. So,
which means
I would hope it would be good.
This is like printed on or something like that too. It's
not a $10,000 hand painted.
Yeah,
which I'm sure will probably be coming out at some point. That's what we have to say about it.
I mean, we could this was inspired by Greta Thunberg, we could say how dare you, but they're ruining our future. No.
We have to edit those sound clips in.
Too much work. I got work to do today, dude. All right. I swear, this is the last Fender brand. I swear.
No, Fender buys Gibson.
Oh. Oh. Charvel also came out with some stripped back sassafras. That's a fun word to say. Pro Mod San Dimas style, one range. So we're looking at a see-through black kind of finish on some of the sassafras. You know, I would assume Diaz would just been all over saying the word sassafras over and over and over again. And his internet crashed.
Oh no.
Oh. All right. So
I
compound radius necks, HSH or HH arrangements, Floyd Rose or a string through body hardtail, available in lefty, sits around $1,000 up into about $1,100.
I guess that's not bad, but I don't know what these normally sit at.
It's about what a San Dimas costs.
Gotcha.
And then Angel Vivaldi, who
Never heard of him.
I'm not very familiar with him, but you know, I would probably not know most Charvel guitar artists.
Yeah.
Has a signature DK24. Reverse headstock, caramelized maple fingerboard.
This one actually looks good. It's not.
The cascading dot inlays is kind of a cool look.
Yeah. Like, I actually like this. I wouldn't buy it, but I like it.
Yeah. At $1,600, it's not that crazy of a price either.
No. So good on you for making a affordable artist guitar.
You know, I don't really think any Charvel is that ridiculously priced. Or at least a lot of what they sell is much more in the affordable, it works range.
That would make sense.
Yeah. Well, while we're in the signature line, Gibson has announced a partnership with Gene Simmons for a G2 custom guitars and basses run, starting with a Firebird bass.
So wasn't there a Epiphone
Thunderbird bass? Sorry,
Thunderbird that he put out last year? Or am I just thinking of, or have we just seen another black and red Thunderbird before?
There's been here's the thing with most of these like historical Gibson artist models is there's been so many already.
Yeah.
So many.
Gotta...
Maybe we need to come out with a different way of doing it. But it's such a watered down thing now where it's like, I don't know. Because you also have the Gene Simmons basses where it's that axe kind of thing.
Oh, did they actually make that as a like production?
I don't think it was made by Gibson, but so what happened was they would hold auctions. He'd play a new one every show, and whoever wins the auction gets that one that he played in that show and an autograph. Like, it's this whole thing, and so it's like a fundraiser thing.
Cool. Yeah, it's kind of cool.
I mean, if you got a rich fan base, and I mean, it's good on artists when they're benefiting charities, right? You know, but
oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah. I don't know if this is connected with anything. Is it?
Not that I've read so far.
All right. So Thunderbird bass comes in black and like a blood red kind of accent, or
which looks nice,
or a black and a white accent
with a mirrored pick guard, maybe
something like that.
It's at least silver. It's weird.
Yeah,
doesn't look bad though.
Yeah, not a lot of info on the specs of it though.
Oh
well. More to come on that line. Apparently it's going to stretch across Kramer and Epiphone as well.
And they're going to have a Flying V bass and electric guitar model in the works too. From
but
this
also,
line.
G2 just makes me think of Gatorade.
That's why that sounded familiar.
Yep. All right, last one. Ibanez launches 2 new mini pedals, a phaser and a booster.
How well has their mini line done? Because I remember
Tube Screamer's done really well.
They have done.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the Tube Screamers. I forgot they actually had a one. Yeah, I had that and the mini delay pedal.
Yeah, the 89.
Yeah, that was kind of fun.
Well, at least they're like, I don't know. The only thing I don't like is just they look. I don't know how to explain it.
They look 10 years old already.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They look like they're already a classic, which I know they're going off their look, but like, update it, Ibanez.
Hey, what are they gonna do? Make it a flat box like all the other mini pedals?
Yeah, why would you do something like that?
Well, I mean, Ibanez has had so many different boxes.
Oh my gosh, yes. Yeah, so you
Let's
have
bring
like
the tone
all
lock back in metal this time.
the which one?
The tone lock series.
Oh,
Or the
where the knobs can press in, and then they get out
do
of your
the
way.
5 series in all metal.
It amazes me how many like of the boutique companies can reissue Ibanez circuits and just enclosures that you actually want, and they sell like great, and then Ibanez doesn't turn around and do that themselves.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they're like, oh no. We're gonna totally do the same thing again, but smaller.
I don't know. Generally, it just doesn't feel like pedals are much of a focus for Ibanez.
Yeah, I don't think so. Like,
but it's like everyone copies their circuits. Why wouldn't they like try to make them good?
Exactly.
I mean, that's like with Boss. At least Boss is like, yeah, people are modifying our circuits. We're just gonna sell them pre-modified.
We're even going to like throw their name on one of them. You know?
Yeah.
So it's like,
no, they did such a good job messing with our pedal. We're gonna pay them to mess with our pedal, and we're gonna make money off of it. And we'll tell them it's an honor.
I mean, that was kind of a turning point when Boss and JHS teamed up for JHS.
For sure.
Yeah, because JHS is one of the, big names of the boutique world, but it's like they bridged that gap.
Particularly there, and you've seen it's been kind of a turning point for what JHS has put out since.
Mm-hmm.
So,
no seesaw.
How many years behind are we on that?
Don't worry, it's still in the works.
Oh my gosh, I got a meme I'm gonna put up.
Yep.
I'm gonna do the Internet Explorer meme and be like, hey, have you guys heard about the JHS seesaw?
Love it.
Oh, I'm gonna do that. Well, at least today will be kind of productive.
No.
All right, since we've been talking for like 2 hours, do we want to do a topic?
We can briefly talk about, so Gibson announced last Wednesday before the world got crazy. Like literally right before the world got crazy. It's almost like they're related. Gibson purchased Mesa Boogie.
Can we look at whenever Gibson did something in the coronavirus? If there's like a correlation? Because all I know is I'm not buying fucking Gibson anymore if they're going to end the world. Like, oh my gosh.
It's one of my favorite jokes to make in a time like that when crazy things happen. Is like you look at the press releases around it and you just kind of like blame it on that.
Yeah.
Like,
oh my gosh.
But then, that's how internet crap starts too, where like 5G phones is what caused coronavirus. So, yeah.
Well, I'm looking at my 5G phone right now. And
I am too.
And you're homesick right now.
Yeah. Well, fuck. Dang it. Your 5G. All right, I'm gonna go send these pigeons somewhere really quick.
What do you think? Gibson buying Mesa Boogie? Yay, nay?
I don't care. I think that it's not going to change much of anything because Mesa Boogie already started kind of going. I mean, they're a pretty mainstream company, but they started doing some of the like lower end stuff and all that. And I mean, I don't think that I think Gibson's just expanding their portfolio pretty much. They said they're going to leave them alone and let them do their own thing. And the guy who started Mesa is their chief design engineer, I believe, or whatever the title is called. Pretty much everything goes through him.
And they kept him on?
Yeah.
That's good.
there's going to be at
yeah.
least a 2-year, carryover. I mean, you never,
Yeah.
whenever you acquire a company, you keep the founder on for a while.
Yeah, I think this is okay too. I mean, especially if you think about the I don't know, mid early 2000s like punk rock scene. You just kind of picture a Gibson Les Paul into like a Mesa, what was it, triple rec or dual rec. So
Yeah, I mean that
like,
was a big thing in like the alt world. Like a lot of the alt rock was that sound. And
What are you guys talking about?
I
Puddle of
mean,
Mud is totally coming back into the forefront at any moment now.
you know,
so maybe
I was
that's
like,
why.
I was like, hey, can you see the future? And he's like, well, everything's so blurry. Yeah, whatever.
No. Don't start anything new. You deserve a longer awkward silence after that.
I'm playing
We'll
with
edit
that thing. Making noise again.
It's the great thing of like, is Mesa going to come out with something great?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's been some cool models. I mean, the Fillmore was well received. Trying to think of the other recent ones for Mesa. They have stuff that's
Are they going to do
received.
Are they going to do like the Fender Cyber Twins and the Robo Tuners where everything moves on its own?
Oh my goodness! As
I
long
had
as
a
it's
Fender
MIDI
Cyber
controllable, that would be okay.
That was pretty cool, actually.
I mean, the other thing to talk about is Gibson and Epiphone haven't made an amp in years.
Yeah, I was actually just thinking that. I was like, are we going to see a reissue of
like Skylark Mesa?
I was thinking of the Les Paul amp. I think is what they called it.
They had the Gold Tone series for a while there too, didn't they?
I think so.
Yeah, the Pro Junior on the Epiphone line that was popular to mod.
Yeah, so all of this powered by Mesa.
Maybe.
Just kick a couple gain stages in there, baby. Ready to rock and roll.
That could actually be pretty fun.
I still want a Mesa.
I do too.
I feel like everyone should have one.
I've got a buddy with a Mark V, and it's fantastic.
Yeah, I always find myself on that preset in my HX Stomp.
The dual rec.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that like
we're about 20
I don't think
years,
it's gonna be a big deal.
There's a good chance that sound's going to get popular again.
I would say so.
The other side of it is just like, for lack of a better term, butt rock those guys have been remaining stable for decades now. Like Breaking Benjamin is like the same size crowds, those kind of things. Like those bands are still going. That scene is still going despite not having radio play.
Yeah.
Or moreover, they're not in the mainstream like they were in like the 2000s was interesting because he had like Limp Bizkit on TRL next to Britney Spears.
Yeah.
Like it
was like
it was a interesting intersection of like all these different cultures actually interacting, whereas now everything's so segmented. So
yeah. Well, at that point, it was just like kind of the thing where like it was. I mean, that's back but that's when MTV actually had music on it, and like that was the focus. It had every genre. Like that was the cool thing about MTV.
MTV still has music on it. Jersey Shore features tons of house music. Come on.
Oh my gosh. Snooky drunk falling over with house music in the background does not constitute music television, okay?
She's a mother now.
Okay. So doesn't mean your mom's not a hoe.
Doesn't Bowling for Soup have a song about that?
1985?
Yeah, and there's like one other.
Oh, that's the only Bowling for Soup song I know.
How dare you?
Sorry, I never got into them that much.
Oh, I'm sorry, Chris. Do we not know other songs by One Hit Wonder?
Are they actually? Are they really?
Yes.
Wow. I mean, I actually like. I've gone through a few stages where I've actually like listened, like actually went out, sought them out, and listened. Just put it on like shuffle on Spotify. So
well,
good for you.
Thank you. They probably finally have as many listeners as we do.
Like you're welcome for that 5 cents from me because Spotify sucks.
Yeah, all streaming services suck. All right, well, Final thoughts, anyone?
I think it's gonna potentially be a good move.
Gibson buying Mesa Boogie is like our fucking government. In the end, it's still gonna fucking suck. All right, so that's thanks for joining us. You can check out our Facebook group at facebook.com/groups/the-effects-loop. Follow us on Instagram at the effects loop. Word of advice: I'm the one on Instagram. So if you're gonna talk shit, Tom, be prepared for the heat. You can find our YouTube, and whenever you do, let us know. Email us at theeffectsloop@gmail.com if you have any topic suggestions, any ideas, or if you just want to tell Scott about your vacation trip. You can go to our Patreon at patreon.com/theeffectsloop, and that means that this show is brought to you by listeners like you. Actually, listeners like the 5 people who support us. They're the ones that bring you the show. Join them in helping keep us happy.
Wait, you guys
also
are happy?
thank you to String. What?
Never mind.
You say you guys are happy?
Yeah.
You guys,
What the hell?
What the hell? You guys are getting paid? All right. Also, thank you to our sponsor, Stringjoy. Go to stringjoy.com and check out all the cool items they've got. Anything string related, you could probably get from them. I mean, I don't know if did they sell actual string, because that'd be pretty cool too.
Just like a ball of twine, I would buy that.
Yeah,
my cats would enjoy that.
Do they have a
This
silk
string
wrap
is
on
so
their
strong,
bass
it's
strings?
almost
That's
rope.
the only thing I haven't really bought from them yet.
What is it?
On their bass strings, do they have, like the silk wrapping and stuff like that?
I don't know.
Think so.
Probably not. Well, now we got to find out. Send an email, Scott to Scott. You know what? We should have Scott on the episode. We can have a segment called Scott to Scott.
Yeah,
Scott's talks.
I sent him a note a few weeks ago. Didn't hear back.
And he didn't. Oh, you got snubbed.
All
right.
It's a busy time.
All right, guys. Well, for the Effects Loop, I'm Diaz.
I'm Chris.
I'm Scott.
And we will see you guys next week. Bye.
Bye.
strong. We have to just keep pushing along. We are one. So let's come together, show 'em some love. There are many things that this world needs, but the most important one is unity. United we stand, divided we fall. Through the ages this has been the same old song. Yeah. We are strong. We have to just keep pushing along. We are one. So let's come together, show some love. This song is not about race or politics, but the hate that resides in the hearts of men. Desperate times calling desperate measures. So why don't we be desperate to love each other?
Let's erase hate from the dictionary. Why is negativity always drawn out? Pictionary, visualize love, energize lives together. We undefeated. A plan to make weathers, no gloves needed. When we weed into the mindset of achieving and believing in a community that remains happy. Ever after, the world should be one. Hate annihilated, every heart is one. Love again. So